many thanks for joining us. We appreciate you for coming on. I mean, what problems could U.S. colleges face if fewer international students get visas because of this pause?
Thanks for having me. So, the pause could deliver a very serious blow. We're looking at financially to the U.S. Institutions here, the colleges we're looking at. International students overall contribute under 6% enrollment. However, their tuition underwrites much of the financial aid for domestic students. In the 2023-24 academic session, they contributed 44 billion to the U.S. economy. Drawing closer home to Africa, Nigeria has become number one in Africa, sending students to the U.S. So when you look at the numbers, this new directive could potentially face a huge, the U.S. could face a huge loss that would threaten budget costs to the scholarship programs nationwide in the U.S.
And what could happen to schools like Harvard if they can't have international students anymore?
So for institutions like Harvard, international students are integral. They fund research, diversify classrooms, elevate global prestige. So losing international students for schools like Harvard is not only a dent on the financial stability of the institution, but it will also erode that global partnership and intellectual dynamism that elite universities depend on. So in the long run, it's not just the financial part we're looking at. It's about the reputation. It's about research, collaboration, and the very ethos of global excellence that's at stake here.
And so if there's real proof that this protest that's happening on campus turning into anti-Semitism, or is it just a political excuse?
Is it just a political excuse? There are legitimate concerns and documented cases, and they must be addressed firmly. However, there's also a need for us to tread carefully. And let's be clear here, anti-Semitism must never be tolerated. We get that, but we must distinguish hateful rhetoric from legitimate protest. So painting all dissent as anti-Semitic undermines that free speech and also distract from addressing the real issues or the real incidents with the seriousness that they deserve. So we have to be very careful there and tread on very thin line.
And lastly, in your opinion, are these actions more about safety and politics, or are they just limiting students' right to speak freely, in your opinion?
I would say it's both. It's both here. There's an undeniable political undercurrent, of course, shaping these crackdowns. But while the safety here is non-negotiable, I think that there's a cornerstone of American democracy at stake here. It's a very dicey situation here. So it's dicey. But I would say it's both. So let's keep it at that edge.
And lastly, how do you think that these rules might change the way the world sees U.S. colleges and students coming there to study?
To study. Either way you look at it, America remains the greatest nation on earth, and a land of opportunity where anyone, anywhere, regardless of background, can come in, dream to become whatever you want to be and achieve that goal. Our universities here in the United States embody that. But if, the policies start to reflect exclusion instead of that openness that we're known to, that liberalness that we're known to, and that image over time will erode. And when that happens over time, we risk losing our global influence to other countries that are eager to welcome the very talent that we're pushing away. We're looking at China, we're looking at Australia, Germany, and other countries, neighboring countries, even Canada, that are courting the bright minds that we're pushing away.
Well, I mean, Joi, I must say thank you for taking out the time to join us. Joi John there, just an international public analyst, joining us live from the U.S.